Liquid glass is basically that delicious semi-transparent frosted glass effect that you have seen all over iOS, Mac OS Sonoma, and Apple Vision Pro. It's smooth, it's glossy, it's futuristic. I'm all here for it. So, here's how we add this marvelous effect. Let's get into Figma. So here, as you can see, I have applied this to a couple of designs for a client that I am currently working with for a medical apparel brand. I thought that it could be fun to add these glass cards. I thought that worked really well with their aesthetics. So first, I am going to create a frame, and I hit F for that as a shortcut. And then I create my little card here. And then I go to Effects and select glass, and boom, instant glass. But not so fast. We need to go into the settings, and this is really where it's going to be the difference between it looking amazing or like your cat licked the screen. So you decide. First of all, we have something called refraction here. And so as you can see, that's kind of like what the effect, how strong the effect is going to be at the edges of this frame. And sorry, before going into this, I just want to round these corners a little bit. So in this case, I want to do that because I want to really separate this glass element and make it stand out from the background. Okay. And then we have depth. So as you can see, that's kind of how much it distorts, so how deep, maybe how thick the glass would be if you would like look at it sideways. So it's sort of how much it distorts the background of it. In this case, I don't want to go too crazy with it. So I'm just going to do like a little bit. And then after that, we have dispersion. And this is the one that you're not going to notice it if the depth is not cranked up to the max. So as you can see here, dispersion is this like the color. Maybe if I move it a little bit, you'll see it even more. It's this like color aberration effect that is so lovely. So depending on what you're working with, and if you want to introduce these colors, sometimes maybe you don't, then of course you're gonna pull that down. So I'm gonna pull these two down a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy with this. Maybe for another type of brand that is super graphic or have illustrations or a lot of colors, I would want to do something completely different. So this is where settings are so important. And then we have the frost effect, and this is something that, you know, we've seen a lot of in the past few years. So this is basically just adding on that effect as well on top of the glass. And I do think, you know, depending on what you are looking for, in this case, I kind of like that it's see-through, but it can also help to make this stand out. And especially if you are going to put some text on here for legibility reasons, it can help a lot to add some frost. Okay, and then of course we also have light here. So that's the angle of where the light is coming from. And you can also increase and decrease how strong this light source is going to be. One more thing that I wanted to mention too is that you can also add a slight fill depending on what you're working with, what you're doing. So this is something that just like don't forget about this, because that can also help. Instead of just using frost, you can actually use, you know, a little bit of a color or something to, again, just differentiate this glass card from the background. Okay, and I have another example here that I wanted to show too. In the case that you want to create a button, for instance. So sometimes you might not have something behind the glass that is exactly giving you the cool effect that you are looking for. And so what I do sometimes is that I fake the background behind the glass. So let us just move this behind. So here, this is an example of, you know, it's just a very simple shape with a color that I have picked from the wall over here. I mean, it could literally be any color that you think can work for your design. But the idea is just that you can basically just fake the color behind to still get this kind of organic glass looking effect. if you want to go really crazy with this, you know, you can also try and combine different colors, and that can be also really fun, depending on what you are designing. Yeah, just go wild with it. So again, you see here, I have cranked up the dispersion here on this one and the depth and everything. I mean, you can even add the frost if you want. Just play around with it and see what works specifically with the type of design that you have right now and what the brand feels like. All right, so we are halfway through and hopefully you already feel inspired to create some really cool shit. If you're serious about taking your design skills to the next level and want to dive even deeper, make sure to check out the links in the description below. I am continuously adding new workbooks, freebies, templates, and whatever else that I can think will actually help you improve your creative process. Now back to liquid lushness. So if you really want to make it shine, you have to try and combining liquid glass with motion. Okay, so I have this screen right here and we are going to jump into prototype mode right here. And then I have already prepared this other screen down here where I've basically just taken this image and moved it up because that is what I want to happen in this animation, just to show this glass effect when something is moving behind the glass. That's the cool stuff. So we are linking these two together. Bada bing, bada boom. And then on click, navigate to, this is the frame we want to navigate to, animation. And this is just what's so wonderful with Figma. We can choose Smart Animate because we don't have to be so smart all the time. So here we go, ease in and out. That just means that it's gonna not start really abruptly and end really abruptly. It's actually gonna kind of start slowly and then increase the speed, and then when it's stopping, it's going to slowly decrease the speed. And so that is what we want usually, because that is how things move in nature. There's very rarely, like, you know, a super abrupt robotic movement in nature. So then we have duration, and in this case I want it to move really slowly and fluidy and liquidy. I mean, this is in milliseconds. I have no freaking idea how long or how slow this is, but we'll just crank that up. So we select our first frame, go to play, and we click. And here you go. Here you see liquid glass in action. And isn't it gorgeous? So that is Figma's new liquid glass effect. Sleek, trendy, and a little bit bougie, and probably here to stay. At least until the pendulum swings back and we are all suddenly into brutalism again, which honestly, I wouldn't hate. So if you want to master liquid glass, the only way is to play. Tweak, blur, but for the love of all things holy, use restraint. So if you enjoy this, hit that like button, subscribe to Create and Accelerate with Alex, that is me, and check out the next videos below to keep leveling up your design game. And let me know in the comments, are you team liquid glass or are you already over it? Also, let me know if you have any questions at all, or if you have any requests on tutorials you would like me to do in the future. I am all ears. I love hearing from my community. So keep creating, keep accelerating, and remember, dreams won't work unless you do. See you in the next one. And that is a wrap.